Bienvenidos a la cobertura del NAMM 2026 a través de Your Anxiety. Hoy vamos a empezar jueves 22, vamos a ver qué marcas vinieron, qué nuevos productos traen, qué artistas y youtubers nos encontramos y pues simplemente mostrarles un poco lo que es el NAMM Show. Y como pueden ver, ahí ya va a empezar la banda, ahí está Jorge de Sequeiros y vamos a empezar. Estamos aquí en el booth de Electro-Harmonix con Tom. Tom, great to see you again this year. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel good. How about you?
I'm great. Thank you for taking this interview with me again. Tom, can you tell me about the new products you have this year at NAMM?
Yes. So we have actually a handful. Maybe you could see sort of from here. One of the fun things is we have the Big Muff 2. See that red guy right in the middle there? That is a very, very fun collaboration between EHX and JHS pedals. Josh Scott of JHS pedals sort of uncovered this long-lost schematic in Bob Meyer's garage, of all places, that had never been made. It's from the 70s, we think 1977, but there's no way to tell. The schematic was never made, it was never a real product, but now it is the Big Muff 2, and it's definitely a cool Big Muff, same flavor, like lots of fuzz, but this one has like a, to me on the attack, it has like a little Velcro-y kind of snarly bite, like almost unbiased, and the mids are a little bit different than the other Big Muffs, so that's definitely a cool pedal to check out.
What's your favorite Big Muff from all of the Big Muffs?
The Black Russian Big Muff.
Yeah,
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Awesome, great choice. So tell me, you told me this one is new?
Yeah, so we have an Abrams 100, which is a 100-watt powerhouse Class D solid-state amplifier with a 3-band EQ, onboard spring reverb, separate controls for gain and volume, and a presence control, which adds a little bit of brightness. Also, a send return in the back, so if you're running modelers, you can plug right into the back of that and get 100 watts of power running right out to your cab. We also have a couple new additions to the Pico NYC DSP line here. The Intelligent Harmony Machine, now if you want to play in tune, it's shrunk right there on your boards. The Swello, it takes the tack off your note, just like the POG 2 and POG 3 sliders, that will respond as fast as possible. There is no latency on that. The Atomic Cluster is very fun. It is a spectral decomposer. It degrades your signal and gives you bleeps and bloops, and if you add some reverb and delay, will give you nice pads and all sorts of stuff. I gotta tell you about this thing. This is the newest one. This is the Effects Interface Hardware Plugin. Kind of a funny name, but does some awesome stuff. Right now I have it on my pedal board. You turn it on just like a regular pedal, turn it off like a regular pedal, except what it's running is any plugin that you want from your DAW. So just right alongside your other pedals running into your amp and cab, now you can play any plugin that you want live on your board.
Like from any program, any kind of plugin?
Well, any program that's running VST, Pro Tools, Logic Pro, Ableton Live, Cubase, Reaper, anything that runs VST 3, and you just single connection USB-C, and there you go. And it's really fun. Like right now I have this Soundtoys analog saturation plugin live there, stacked with my actual analog pedals, the Tone Bender, Spruce Goose, Big Muff. So combining the digital world with the analog world and more of the digital world has been a lot of fun. And there's actually another really, really great use case for this same product. Here I have it in a different setup where it's running alongside my interface in my computer. It's working with them, running any track in your DAW through any pedal you want very easily just by connecting it via USB-C to your computer.
So you need to have it connected, or you can like download?
No, it connects via USB-C, and then the plugin is how it works. Just you're live there. You do have to be connected. You do have to download the plugin, and they work together. But it's a hardware unit, outboard hardware unit. So that's what you always have to have it connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I love it. It's very practical.
Yeah, a lot of great uses. It's unbalanced ins and outs, so you don't have to use a reamp box or a DI box to lower your line level signal. It's just one connector. So it kind of streamlines the process. Yeah.
Very cool for live stuff.
Yeah, live stuff in the studio. Definitely, if you're running kind of a hybrid rig and in your room you have your computer set up and your pedal board. If it lives there, this would be like a perfect scenario to use analog or digital pedals on your DAW tracks, or use your plugins for recording or playing live.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Tommy. So you designed this pedal board for the...
I actually put it together, yeah. It was my NAMM board. We're going into the POG 3, that's coming into the Bender Royale, into the Spruce Goose, into the Big Muff, Atomic Cluster Swellow, Pico IHM, that is going into the effects interface hardware plugin running the computer. That is going out to our fantastic reverb wet dry super machine, wet effects super machine, the Ocean's Abyss.
Oh, that's beautiful. Which reverb from Electro-Harmonix is your favorite?
That's tough because the Hall and the very good. I have to say, and I do love Fender amps. I'm not using the Fender amps, but we do have the best spring reverb in the business.
I know, that's true. Honestly, that's true. Love it, Tom. I noticed you have a lot of Reverend Guitars around in the booth. How do you like them?
Oh, Reverend Guitars are great. They let us use them for the show. They're nice enough to let us borrow some, and we love playing them. I have my... Oh, I got switched out. I had a black one there before, but that gold one's cool.
That's yours?
Not ours. Ours for the show. We're borrowing them, yeah. So that's the one I was using with the setup here.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Tom, for taking this interview again with me this year. Hope you have a great NAMM. We're just starting, so good luck.
You too. Have a great show.
Thank you, Tom. Estoy aquí con el mismísimo Amir Derakh. Para los que recuerdan, lo entrevistamos en Gear Anxiety. How are you, Amir?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How's your Spanish?
Very bad.
Very bad.
Poquito.
So it's
Poquito.
So it's gonna have to be in English.
Yes.
Amir, so you've been to this NAMM for how many NAMMs have you been attending?
We probably don't want to say, but let's just say I've been coming here since the 80s and 90s. Yes.
So in the 80s and 90s, you were like very active, right? How was it? Did people like ask you for a lot of like interviews or pictures?
Yeah, we used to do like they'd have signings, you know, where they'd have a table. You'd have pictures that you'd autograph for people, and people would line up to, you know, come and meet you and take pictures and all that kind of stuff. So it was fun. It was a little different. It's definitely gotten more corporate now. Back in the day, it was like a massive party.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was craziness.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Amir, can you give me one advice to survive the music industry now?
Be persistent, I would say. That's just what I always tell everybody, is to stay the course. Stay the course. If you have something and you're loving it, like what you guys have, stay the course. Yeah.
So, you know, you're a great guitarist and producer. Can you tell me, like, is there like a popular like tone that you really don't like, but like other people are like, this guitar tone is the best, but you hate it?
You know, that's a tough one, actually. I would say it wouldn't actually be a guitar tone. It's the sound of the snares that people use in a lot of the records nowadays. They sound like a tom-tom.
Okay.
Let's go back to making snares sound like snares and not tom-toms.
Can you give me an example of a song that has like the right snare for you?
Oh man, that's tough. There's so many. I just like, I don't know. I like a big, beefy, thick, thuddy snare with a nice snap to it. So I don't know. There's so many good ones. Yeah.
What do you think? What guitar pedal or effect do you think it's most underrated?
Oh. Underrated. Wow. So many that are overrated, but I mean, my go-to for years for chorusing is the Ibanez bimode. And I think they're kind of underrated. You know, they're not expensive to buy. And you don't see a lot of choruses that have dual chorusing, and each chorus is a little bit different. So I think that's totally underrated, great pedal that you can still get for a couple $100, you know?
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So what's something in your pedal board, that always stays on?
That always stays on? Boy, that's tough. Probably that chorus pedal.
Okay.
Probably that or the Hyperfuzz. I mean, Orgy was kind of known for using the hyper fuzz. I mean, that's always been a mainstay of our like heavy fuzzy sound. Kind of can't beat it. Yeah.
So Amir, are there any new bands that you like nowadays that you listen that you recommend us?
Yeah, there's a few. I heard this band in Ireland called Chalk. They were really interesting. I like them a lot. That's something new.
Awesome. We'll check them out. Well, thank you so much for taking this interview. Amir, it's an honor to meet you finally in person.
Oh, in person. Yay!
Thank you, Amir. Seguimos aquí en la apertura del NAMM 2026, ahora con el mismísimo Ken Haas de Reverend Guitars. It's great to see you again, Ken. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
It's terrific to see you again.
It is release day for Reverend Guitars.
Hey, listen, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
So, what have you been doing in the last year since I've seen you?
Playing Reverend. What else?
Okay. Yeah, but you did some touring. How was the touring in the States?
It was actually really good.
Yeah?
It was better than expected. Yes.
Good turnouts?
Yes.
Excellent. When are you coming back?
May.
Okay. When are you coming to Toledo to do video in our studio at the Circle I Ranch?
I'd love to. You tell me.
No, whenever you can make it, the door is always open for you guys.
You can. Well,
100%.
yeah. How about this summer?
Yeah, let's do that this summer.
Will you be there?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, I'll be there.
Is the weather fine in Toledo?
The weather's beautiful in Toledo in the summertime, and we have air conditioning.
That works for me. Thank you so much for the invitation, Ken. And touring with Reverend, by the way,
Yes.
is amazing. I didn't even have to do anything with the guitar. I just took it out from the case and it was ready to be.
That's what we do. Yeah.
And so today is release day from Reverend. A lot of models, right?
Yeah. With all the pickup configurations and everything, it's 28 models in like 140 colors or something. It's a lot.
28 new models.
Yeah. Well, so what we did was, as Reverend grew, our founder Joe, who you were just talking to over there, right? A lot of times we would have come up with a new idea, configuration, or new hardware or something, but he would use the same body and give it a different name. So it started to get kind of confusing because, like on this body, for example, we had the Charger and the Double H and the Flat Rock and the Buckshot, and it was too much. So we actually decided to narrow all of this down, and we had a graphic designer come in, and we put the body names on the headstocks now.
Okay.
So everything that was on this body is now a Charger.
Okay.
And we're just differentiating it by the pickup. So this would be the Charger Air, of course, and the semi-hollow. And then instead of the Double H, we now have the Charger H90. And it makes it a lot easier to sort of pay attention to. And then with the King bolts, we've condensed all of the 6 guns, King bolts, and jet streams all into this body style. And this is the body style that you like. It's basically what we've been doing with Corrigan and Burn and Reed. And again, in a whole bunch of different pickup configurations. So these are the new Reverend Steelhead humbuckers. And they have both a ceramic and an Alnico magnet in them. So you get like that bottom end tightness from the ceramic and the sort of sweet highs and chimey thing from the Alnico.
So do these humbuckers act similar to the knob, bass contour knob?
Yes, they sure do, of course. And then these are the new Steelhead 90s. So these are our new noiseless P90s.
Okay.
And these were designed not just to look like a P90 and sound like a humbucker, but to actually be bright with that sort of upper mid-range thing. And on the guitars that have multiple pickups, you get a little bit of that phasey thing when you have both pickups on, as opposed to just being squishy like a humbucker.
Okay.
And then we put a Floyd on something, which is my favorite shit.
I love that model. Beautiful.
Yes. And the new Baritone has the logo on the headstock too. And then this is the flagship, I think. This is the Roundhouse Air. It's a mahogany body with a laminated maple top. And the new pickups, this is called Metallic Bordeaux.
Okay.
And it's got the cool Roundhouse logo. And my favorite is the Sensei.
Okay.
I got to get you one of these.
Yes.
Right?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Again, I know you put out a signature model of your own this year. Right?
I did. I sold them all immediately.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, it was I was glad because that could have gone poorly. So as we were getting ready to launch all of these models, right, I needed to keep selling things. And once we started, I didn't want to end up with all these new guitars and then have a lot of like the older models lying around. This is the biggest change that we've made probably in our history. So, so for the last 6 months of 2025, I did a whole lot of like short runs. Like I'm gonna make 24 of these or 48 of these or whatever, just to try to like have some quick sell-through and try to keep it exciting. So one of the things I did was I started selling my heavily modified Matt West guitar. So, which was like our old Jetstream body with the single Billy Corgan pickup, but a bound neck with bound rosewood neck with a reverse headstock on a bolt-on, which I always think is kind of cool. And I made 24 of them, and I thought the people that work for me will never let me live it down if like they don't sell. If these things are sitting around in 6 months, I'm going to be calling dealers like, just buy it, I'll pay it back. But they win. I sold them all in a few weeks. I was really happy about it.
Awesome.
I should have made more.
Yes, you don't have one here, right?
No, they're gone.
So what's something like a very huge detail that's hidden in the guitar that you think like this is very Ken?
Well, I probably shouldn't say this, but so you know all the guitars have the tone and the bass contour, right? And you use the bass contour a lot when you're doing things. I don't. I'm like an all on or all off player always. And so on the actual, the Ken special we called it, on the one that I play, all that shit's disconnected. It just goes from the pickup to the output
Okay.
channel. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's very different from the rest.
I know. But that's me.
Have you tried it like live?
Oh yeah, I play it live all the time. I play in a ska band called Jay Navarro and the Traders. And
We're still waiting in Mexico City for it.
yeah. Jay, the Jays and the Suicide Machines, they were in Mexico City this last year. We played in Tijuana. That's the only time we crossed the border. We ended a West Coast tour a couple of years ago in Tijuana. It was awesome. But yeah, that is the guitar I've been using in that band for 8 years, 9 years. The exact same thing, really.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I just copied the guitar I'm using.
And you just decided to make it like yours.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like a similar Robin Fink story where he might.
Yeah, he's doing good. Did you see all the new video game stuff?
No.
Oh, Robin just dropped a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, like the music film for.
Yeah. It's so cool. Such a cool dude.
Yes. So again, what guitar pedal brand do you think goes well with Reverend?
Wow, I have too many friends in that business to answer that question, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. So Earthquaker Devices is from Ohio, and our two companies, I bought Reverend from Joe in about 2010, which is about the time Earthquaker was starting up, and we kind of grew together for a little while, and we were involved in a lot of each other's like parties and events and things for a little bit. And I'm still a main sponsor of their festival that they have in Akron every year, and I'm very good friends with Jamie and Julie. They're great people, and a lot of the people that work for them. So I think that their sort of independent spirit, and they're just like, we make stuff that we like. Attitude, I think, fits in with the Reverend thing really well. So I love all of their crazy delays and reverbs and noisemakers and shit. I personally use a JHS Angry Charlie overdrive on most of my gigs. You know, I think that pairs well with our humbuckers too. But there's so much good shit out there. Have you guys seen the Red Panda stuff?
No.
Oh, they make some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Their stuff's amazing. There are so many cool pedals out there. My God.
There is. So one last thing, Ken.
Yeah.
Can you give me one advice to survive the music industry these days?
Be independently wealthy.
It is correct.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's such a weird business because there's so many people here, even like here at the NAMM show, where like their money doesn't come from here. It doesn't come from doing this. you know, and it's weird to be like a family-owned business and like really fight to make it all the time when you're surrounded by these like giant corporations,
vultures and stuff,
people that it's a hobby thing or whatever, and it's like, no, I do this for a living, right? So like you guys, you do this for a living, and you are always fucking hustling. You're constantly going, because if you're going to do this for a living, you have to always be at it.
It is a hustle.
You don't get time off. Yeah, it's a hustle. And so, I mean, the advice is, if you decide you're going to do it, you just have to know it's going to be hard, and you're going to have to work your ass off. And there's no, like, magic bullet. There's no one thing. From the manufacturer side of it, I get, people come up to me a lot with, like, oh, I have this, like, little gizmo. I have this little thing, you know, and they think if I use it on my guitars, it's going to make them rich. I'm not rich. What the hell are they talking about? There's a lot of weird like misconceptions and stuff, you know. So yeah, work hard. That's it.
Yeah.
Like she does, right? Right.
Well, I feel proud to be part of the Reverend family.
Fucking, we're proud to have you.
I love it. Again, thank you so much for taking this interview. I'm not taking more of your time, but I will be around. Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Estamos aquí con Josh de Telepathic Instruments. Josh, I know Kevin Parker was involved in this design. Can you tell me a bit how did that happen?
Yeah, so originally Kevin, when he was on tour, he was playing with his Casio keyboard, and you know he didn't have a lot of room in the tour bus. He was kind of just like messing around. And the original idea was, you know, how can I get a more intuitive version of this that allows me to take my ideas on the road and be able to kind of plug them in immediately? It's the Orchid at its core is an ideas machine. So whether it's a drum loop or a chord progression or synth sounds, arpeggiators, whatever, the idea is to get what's on your mind kind of out into the world, right? So it's just an easy way to quickly build a chord progression without necessarily having to have the music theory knowledge or, you know, a multi-octave keyboard where you're kind of overwhelmed. Especially for someone like me, I don't really know a lot of music theory, so I can just build progressions I would never think of just based on the intuitive workflow.
Yeah, like using your ear and what sounds better, right?
There's even a key mode button, so you can press key of A, and now any note I hit will be in the key of A, and it'll build a chord progression in that key, so you don't have to be bogged down by having to know where you're going.
Oh, okay. So have you composed music of your own with this?
I have. Yeah, I'm working on an album right now. A lot of the songs have the Orchid on it.
What's your band or project?
My project's called Galaxy Shores. It's a neo-psychedelic project, so you know, guitars, drums, synths, the whole deal. And for me, it's helped me a lot with my progressions because I can have a thought of like, oh, okay, I want to go into here, and then I want to kind of go up for a pre-chorus, but I don't have the knowledge to know where I'm going. Now I get to mess around and play where I would never think to go to a E suspended with a major seventh, but I can do that on this machine without thinking of it.
So this is mainly for like composing and producing, or you can use it live?
You can use it live. So it has a 3.5 headphone jack. You can go into a 1/4 inch for audio. You can run it USB-C into a laptop to just go MIDI into a computer. It also has a MIDI out 5-pin. So you can go MIDI out into an analog synthesizer, so I can have a full modular synth here, but I can just be playing it out of the Orchid this way. So it can go live, it can be in the studio. You can also just take it to the beach. I have taken it out.
That's great.
I've taken it out to the sand. I'll plug headphones into it, and I'm writing an entire song, and I'm building a loop just by myself in the sand, and I can do whatever I want with it, or I can do nothing.
That's very cool. It's very cool to have something practical to just produce your music and get going. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you show us a bit of how
Absolutely, yeah.
Is there one free, that one, or?
Let me see if I can get my buddy here to hop on.
Oh, okay.
This.
Oh, maybe that one. Yeah.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Want to put the headphones on?
Okay.
So here, I mean, we can try to hold the mic up to the speakers, but it might just be more worth it if you want.
Yeah. Ustedes se imaginarán el sonido. Yo al rato les cuento.
So, you start by choosing a root note, what kind of chord you want it to be, right?
It arpeggiates like the chord.
It arpeggiates. So this is the performance knob. The performance knob gives you a bunch of options. You can strum, you can slop, you can arpeggiate, you can have a harp, right? Where kind of now you go, right?
Very cool.
So you can turn them all off. You can just do chords. You can choose an E. I want an E major. I want an E major 7th.
Oh, okay.
Right? And so you go and you basically, I want it to go here, 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 but now I can go. it's a whole new progression.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Without me having to move my fingers around, it's just a new way to play a keyboard. You can also have a voicing knob that you choose a chord, and you can go.
Very cool.
Basically, note by note, it inverts going up 5 octaves.
Okay.
And it just changes the way the chord sounds. So, for example, if I'm here, and now I go up.
Very cool.
It's just
very
a different
cool.
way of playing.
Yeah, I think it's also cool to learn that there's actually that stuff in music theory.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. And you can, you know, if you're discovering like, okay, yeah, wow, what does it look like to be in the key of C minor? Why does this sound good with this? You're kind of getting music theory through osmosis.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And it's what a better way to actually listen to it and compare
Yeah,
yourself,
absolutely.
Right?
And again, the more you play, the more you understand, right? Where the more I've messed with it, like I kind of know now what sounds good to my ear, so I can, and I know if I go from here to here, that'll still sound good, and I can go here. You kind of discover a new workflow,
Yeah.
right? Where it's just kind of a different way of thinking about things.
Definitely, it's very cool. I really like the idea. I'd love to try it on the beach
Oh my
as
gosh,
well.
yeah, I'm telling you, in the sand, little headphones on,
Yeah.
you're on your little universe.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
Absolutely.
the interview.
Absolutely.
It's very cool. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hope you ever come by to Mexico City.
Please, I'll bring one with me. We can jam.
Yeah. We'll go to the beach and jam.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Y nada más aquí encontrándome a mi queridísima y la mejor de todas, Ivette Gómez Luna. Sí, de primer NAMM.
Primer NAMM, estoy muy emocionada porque no sabía que era tan grande. Ya caminé, según yo, todo y obviamente me falta un buen por recorrer, pero está muy chido. Obviamente también como cosas de guitarra. Obviamente ya me fui a las baterías y estuve ahí como 3 horas, pero sí está padre.
Oye, ¿qué tal el ruidero de las baterías?
Está bien, me gusta. A eso venimos.
9 baterías que viste que dijiste, ¿está interesante?
Fíjate que una de baterías eléctricas, como que ahorita las baterías eléctricas están súper innovando.
¿Cuál es tu misión en el NAMM, Ivette?
Pues mira, la verdad, venir a conocer mucha gente, me encanta como socializar, entonces me interesa mucho también las marcas, como que se me hace padre innovar y así. Obviamente también me encantaría en algún momento tener un signature de Ivette Gómez en algún platillo, en algún parche.
Bueno, pues va a ser un NAMM largo, espero que aguantes, Ivette, y pues gracias por tu entrevista, Anxiety. Estamos aquí en German Hardware con quien conocemos. How are you there?
Pretty good. Hanging in there. I feel like my voice is already giving way on day one.
So last year I ended without any voice,
No,
so I
honestly,
understand.
cough drops are like a lifesaver in these things, you know?
Yes.
Totally.
So good luck with that. First day, it's so. So then, thank you for taking again my Gear Anxiety annual interview.
Absolutely, thank you.
Can you tell me a bit about what's new in Third Man this year?
A couple of our most recent pedals. This is a collaboration we did with JHS called the Troika, and it's this great delay pedal that you can use with your guitar and send it through, and it has the 1/4-inch inputs and outputs. But also, we wired in there, you can use it on microphones. So it has a transformer in there that you can switch it back and forth. So you can use it in the studio, you can use it live on stage. So there's a little setup that you can end up talking through it in these headphones, and then you can mess with the delays in real time. And to us, it's really exciting how multifunctional it can be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put it on your pedal board and, you know, grip some guitar through it, or use it, you know, next to your laptop, whatever you want.
So it works well with vocals live.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And it's really fun how interactive you can be with really messing with the speeds, and it warps and it oscillates and everything. It's, yeah.
Awesome. So I saw also that Third Man also one collaboration with Electro-Harmonix with of colors, right?
Oh yeah, over here.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
show you
go.
real quick.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So this. This was really special to us too because Jack's been such a Big Muff fan for so long. He's used that for, 25 years now. And the fact that this is a lost circuit that never came out and was in the designer's barn covered in mold, just like forgotten about. And then it's actually been able to come out and be a pedal and have its own life. It's been super fun, and we're glad to have this small part. It came out with this book release that we're doing with Third Man Books and JHS, where Josh Scott and Daniel Danger have written this very comprehensive 500 pages of the Electro-Harmonix story, and super deep dive, informative, and we're really excited about that too.
It's a huge project.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Totally.
Yeah. So Thurman like collaborates a lot with different brands, right? I've seen like a lot of pedal brands that have like a lot of collaborations with Third Man. How do you feel? What is it like to like collaborate with so many brands?
It's really inspiring to us because I feel like a great analogy is like, you know, it's nice to sit and eat pizza in your hotel room alone sometimes, but usually it's more fun to have a pizza party with your friends and like share and collaborate and laugh together. And same thing with making music, where it's cool to do it in your bedroom, you know, alone, write your own drum parts, write your own guitar, but being in a band's more fun. Get people together and you spark new ideas that wouldn't have happened all alone, you know?
That's very nice. I think Third Man has contributed a lot in the pedal community.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, these are some of our most exciting releases. This Black Mountain Roto Echo that we've done, it just really fits in with our vibe of like wanting things to be tactile and interactive, and you can physically, tangibly touch it, and you know, to be able to play guitar and to affect your delay signal with your foot in real time.
This affects the delay signal?
So it can be set to the time on the delay, the feedback, so how many repeats it's doing, or the blend, which is kind of like a mix control between the dry and the delay signal.
Okay.
So you can set that to any of those, and then this wheel, it's like you're spinning the knob, but you can keep playing and doing it with your foot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Which one is your favorite collaboration?
I mean, I think to me, it's got to be the Fender Pano Verb.
Okay.
Just, I think the way that all that came together of just like real authentic ideas that tied together like, you know, beautiful things from Fender's past in new innovative ways that Jack's like dreamed up, and the amp just sounds fantastic. Like all of my amps at home that I used to love, like it's kind of killed it for me now, where it's like that's the sound that I hear. Okay. So to me, that's my favorite collaboration by far. Yeah.
So I know you're also like you have your band, your music. You know, in general, can you give me one advice on how to survive the music industry?
I don't know. I don't know. I made it this long, honestly. One day you're just playing in shitty punk bands, and then, you know, 20 years later, it's like, oh yeah, I still love this. It's still, I don't know. I guess to just like stay excited and just stay passionate and stay like hungry and like just genuinely enjoy the quest for finding new things. And yeah, I don't know. It's something I don't think about. It's like when it's just so natural, it's what I do. I would be doing all this shit even if I wasn't getting, like, if it wasn't my job, like I would still just be doing this for the love of it.
So last question then, what do you think is the most underrated effects? Like,
I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this because we do a lot of pedals and stuff, but for me, I think an underrated thing is finding a guitar that you love and an amp that you love and plugging straight in and getting that relationship and that comfort and that total control between those two things, and just like living in that sometimes. And then if you're happy there, then I feel like when you add effects, you're just kind of like adding some toppings on the pizza that feel good, rather than just like, sometimes you can get lost in all of it, you know? So that, I don't know, that's a underserved idea, I think, is feeling like an instrument is just part of it, you know?
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking this interview with me then. I hope your voice can stand the whole NAMM weekend.
You too, I hope so. Great to see you again.
Great to see you too then. Estamos aquí ahora con Bill de Acorn y tiene pedales muy curiosos. Vamos a ver qué trae Bill hoy. How are you, Bill?
Doing very well. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I love to say hi to the Big Puff again. Very cool. Can you tell me a bit about, the new pedals you have here? I love the Mind Killer and the Epstein.
Yeah, one of the new pedals we have here is the Bell & Howell Filmo sound amplifier. There's this really old projector amplifier. I actually took a picture of it. There's this old film projector that has a tube amplifier inside of it, and a very common mod that people would do is they would take the amp out and make a guitar amp out of it. So we made the preamp pedal of that amplifier, and it sounds very bright, very ratty. It has a cool tone to it. And then the other new product that we're new pedal is the Piccolo delay pedal. So we've been making some Dragon Ball Z pedals for the last couple of years, and the newest is the Piccolo delay this year.
Piccolo delay.
Yes.
So this one came last year?
This is brand new for this year.
For NAMM?
Yeah, this is brand new for NAMM.
Congrats. Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Check it out.
Yes.
So I love that this says another fucking clump.
Right.
Because it's another
I know. Everybody has one. Yeah. So we just made it plain. This is exactly what it is. It's another clock. You know, a lot of people have like little Altoids tins on their pedal board that have like picks and stuff in them. We made a pedal that actually dispenses guitar picks.
I have an Altoid.
And you have one, yeah?
Yeah, guitar picks in my pedal board.
Right,
for
yeah.
real.
So yeah, we have one that shoots picks out for you instead. So that's another new product.
And do you just insert them and it like...
Yeah, you have to like, you lift it up, and this is just a prototype, but yeah, you insert it and you load it up, and then this thing spins, this gear spins around and shoots them out like that. And you just put it back on there.
And you just plug it in and
You just plug it in and yeah, you push the button.
Can you tell me a bit
Yeah, and the Epstein didn't kill himself fuzz. It's got like a shine through effect that you don't necessarily see the message until you fire it up. But it's a simple like silicon fuzz pedal.
Oh, fuzz, okay.
Yeah, it has a boost at the tail end, so it's a really thick fuzz with just a simple volume and gain control. And this toggle switch allows you to have the NT always on, or it switches with the bypass. So this toggle switch actually doesn't do anything for the tone at all. It's just a light. It's just an LED setting.
I love it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I saw the same amplifiers.
Yeah, we made a couple. Yeah, we've made some preamp pedals. Our very first one was the PV Decade amp. We were actually able to fit the entire amplifier into a pedal enclosure, so that's why it has a speaker out. So you can actually plug a speaker cap right into this pedal, and that could be your full 10-watt amplifier. But then we also made the preamp only version. So this is the PV Decade preamp. This is the Softtech MiG 50 preamp, and then our new preamp is the Filmo sound.
Which one of these preamps is your very favorite?
My very favorite would probably be the PV one. It's just that it's so versatile. It has two channels, a clean channel and a drive channel, and it's just so very versatile. It has a really nice, like, clean, wiry tone, and then a lot of gain for the saturation tone.
Love it. Thank you. Love it. Thank you so much for taking this interview with me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, great to see you again. Hope you guys come sometime to Mexico City.
Oh, I'd love to.
Show your pedals.
I would absolutely love to one day. Absolutely.
Thank you. Bueno, estamos aquí con Kriz, que de Ciudad de México. Finalmente estamos con una entrevista en español de Ciudad de México en el NAMM de k.ramirez. Mucho gusto, Kriz. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias por venir, por visitarnos.
Claro, qué bonito están las guitarras. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevan haciendo esta marca?
La marca tiene como 10 años, yo me dedico a esto hace como 20.
Ok. ¿Tú haces laudería?
Sí.
Ok. ¿Tú haces la laudería de esta marca?
Así es. Obviamente en el taller somos 6 personas, pero es mi proyecto como marca.
Uy, qué bonito. ¿Cómo empezaste a hacer laudero?
Empecé arreglando guitarras y luego entré a un taller y empecé a aprender ahí, luego otro taller y pues aquí estamos hoy.
Claro. Qué bonito. ¿Qué parte como de la laudería crees que es crucial para que digas, sabes, o sea, bueno, para el sonido principalmente?
Yo pienso que es una comunión de varios puntos. Por ejemplo, necesitas buenas pastillas, que son los micrófonos, que es la parte más importante de una guitarra. Sin embargo, los materiales con los que trabaja la resonancia, trabaja las cuerdas, la resonancia, el sustain, toda la conjunción de materiales para obtener un tono, no dependen solo de la madera, sino dependen del material que estés usando. Así que eso, pero la madera como tal, yo soy del team maderas, porque son únicas, nunca vas a encontrar betas iguales, siempre cambian y eso va a ser única cada guitarra por siempre.
¿Qué tipo de madera están usando?
Estamos usando diferentes tipos, estamos usando maple rizado, estamos utilizando palo de rosa. Por ejemplo, esta guitarra tiene una tapa de maple rizado de 1.5 centímetros, es gruesa, no es una tablita delgada, sino es gruesa. Esto nos beneficia mucho en las tonalidades graves. Aquí tenemos un bloque de caoba, no es un match, no es mitad y mitad, sino que es un solo bloque. Tenemos una incrustación de maple rizado con mucho 3D. Y maple flameado en el brazo, también hay en el headstock tiene maple rizado. Esta guitarra tiene pastillas Seymour Duncan, los puentes también los desarrollamos nosotros. Este es un puente de latón sólido. Entonces son como piezas, son guitarras realmente muy sencillas, pero muy bonitas en su composición. En este caso, todas las guitarras son translúcidas, lo que deja ver pues, la belleza de la madera. Cada día se vuelve algo más preciado.
Qué bonito. ¿Qué crees que qué género musical le va mejor al tono de tus guitarras?
Te voy a decir algo. Nosotros tenemos nos tocó que la mayoría de nuestros clientes son metaleros. Siempre hemos hecho guitarras negro mate y con pastillas así súper malvadas y todo, ¿no? Con formas sobrias, todo esto, pero imagínate el metalero. Sin embargo, esta colección que desarrollamos para Estados Unidos, estas guitarras se quedan en un showroom en San Diego. A lo que voy es que estas guitarras en particular son muy versátiles, pero son muy clásicas, muy tradicionales. Tienen pastillas como estas Pat Staples que se desarrollaron en 1958 y lo que hicimos hacer es una guitarra hermosa que combine características modernas con cosas vintage, muy retro.
Sí, eso está chido eso, porque se me hace bien bonito reutilizar cosas vintage, pero pues adaptarse a presentar algo nuevo, ¿no? Como que adaptarse. Oye, y bueno, ya casi para terminar, ¿cómo es para ti moverte en la industria de la música, sabes? Y sobre todo, pues, como pues, una marca de guitarras en México.
Mira, es interesante porque hacer guitarras y vivir de hacer guitarras es algo que no todo el mundo se avienta a hacer, ¿no? En México estamos muy contentos, nos va súper bien, la gente nos apoya muchísimo, tenemos nuestros clientes, siempre está sobrevendida la marca, está increíble. Pero ya llegó el punto donde pues, de repente ya hay personas que se interesan en asociarse con nosotros, como en este caso en San Diego. Estamos viendo otras sorpresillas al futuro, pero creo que bien, o sea, es algo súper padre. Estoy agradecidísimo con la vida por poder hacer algo tan bonito como esto.
Qué bonito, felicidades. Es una gran misión y en verdad están bien bonitas, están muy finas. Muchas gracias por tomar la entrevista conmigo.
No, de qué, gracias.
Mucho éxito en el NAMM. Eso. Estamos aquí con Chet, que nos va a platicar sobre estos pedales inspirados en Beach Boys y otros sonidos. How are you, Chet?
I'm fine today. How are you?
Yeah, and surviving NAMM, right?
Yes.
So I noticed the pedals, the reverbs in general are amazing. It's very surf vibes, right? It's very Beach Boys.
That's where we came from.
Okay.
We all played surf music for many years before we even started this. We're all musicians, much like all these companies, and we just started doing this. So the original Fender reverb tanks they made in the 60s, and even the reissue they did in the 90s, are very expensive, and our designer is based in Sweden.
Oh yeah.
And my partner is in Italy, and especially in Europe. it's very hard to find them, and when you did, it was really expensive. So it really grew out of that, like to provide it for musicians in Europe to be able to have a good reverb. And then it grew from there, and then I joined from here in the US. And then we started doing other effects too.
Effects, yeah, that complement the sound, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
between the tremolo and the drive.
Yeah.
What's your favorite combination for this?
My favorite combination. Right now, I think it's going to be this pedal right here, which has tremolo and reverb together, and it's our most popular model right now, and with all the switches and everything, it's the most versatile. You can change the type of tremolo. You can change between two mixes of reverb, all with the stomps, you know, and like on the fly while you're playing. It also has 2 RCA jacks in the back, so you can go out to a big reverb pan.
Okay.
So it's the most versatile, and it sounds really good together, the tremolo and reverb, even more so than the separate trem with the reverb.
Okay.
There's something about them being in the same, it's really cool.
Very, very cool. Tell me, I tried this. It's very cool. Tell me a bit about the sound for that fuzz.
So there's 2 settings, USA and Japan. USA is loosely based on the Fuzzrite fuzz, and Japan is loosely based on the Ace Tone Fuzz Master and an octave fuzz. We like the 2-in-1 thing, you may have noticed.
Yes. It's very practical. It's better.
And the other thing that makes it unique is this function of mass, which a lot of fuzz players will tell you if they're playing at home by themselves, it sounds great, and then they get on stage with the rest of the band and then it drops out. You can't hear the fuzz. So it bumps up the mids so that you can adjust it for the room you're playing in and the situation. And then also...
Very good for like the mix in general.
Yeah, and so it's just like, instead of, are they supposed to be playing something? You hear...
And it's super loud, but it just doesn't sound.
Loud, yeah.
It happens.
And the harmonics too is a function that Bjorn added that is really, it was designed for adjusting to different pickups. If you have a really hot pickup, sometimes the fuzz can feedback or squeal or a hollow body to adjust to your guitar environment. But it also slightly changes the sound if you have like a solo body where it doesn't matter. It's just another way to change its sound and make it your own.
Okay, awesome. Very, very nice. Bjorn showed me like the inside part of Surfy Bear.
Yeah.
Can we show it to them as well?
This is the spring pan that's inside of our units. And just like, it's 1960s technology.
Yes, I love that.
And the only difference is we use JFETs instead of tubes. So we're able to have compact, get it into these smaller sizes instead of like almost the size of an amp like they used to be. So
beautiful, I love it. Thank you so much for taking this interview with me, Ted. Hi, Brian. Thank you for taking this small interview with me. I understand you designed, these are 2 amps, right, in the pedal?
Exactly, yes.
What 2 amps are? It's like Laney?
The Laney Supergroup and the Carstens Grace. So the Carstens Grace is Billy Corgan's signature amp that I designed. I built Billy's amps. I work with Billy. Billy's first love was the Laney Supergroup, which is the Black Sabbath, the sound of Black Sabbath, Tony Iommi. In fact, the first amp I ever worked on for Billy was his Laney Supergroup, like 15 years ago when I was working with Billy. So it's really cool. We're able to bring sort of where he came from and where he's going with the Laney and where he's going with the Carstens, and we created it as a collaboration here on this one pedal. It's really, really cool.
When did it come out?
When? Oh, the Carstens Grace? It's a great question. It's been 4 years, maybe? During the pandemic. I think it was maybe 2020. Gosh, maybe it's been 5 years.
Oh, okay, wow. So we saw him play yesterday at the Tech Awards, and we noticed like he had like a very like simple, gear. Was that the Super Grace?
It was that. Yeah, that was his amp.
It sounded very good with the Reverend, like a huge sound.
It's a big sound, and the Carstens amps are. I don't like a narrow, compressed sound. I like a wide open, dynamic, versatile. That's, you can get ear fatigue from things that are so compressed and narrow. And it's really hard to do with high gain to have something that's open and there's roundness to the notes, and that's where I'm coming from with it, and articulation, that kind of thing. And that's sort of what Billy kind of got turned on with the Grace. So
very cool. Have you modified something ever since that? Getting feedback, trying to get it better, or has it been the same model?
I brought him the prototype after speaking with him about what he was looking for years ago, and he said, "I've never played a high gain amp that I love, and this is somebody who's been playing for 30 years. I always have to use a boost pedal, never enough gain." So I said, "I'll build you something." I brought him, give me a couple months, I'll have you something for you. Brought it to him, put it on his Silver Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness Marshall 412. I'm a big fan of Billy, I've always have been. Yeah, he played it, Jimmy was there, Jimmy Chamberlain was there. And I was tweaking the knobs on the back, dialing it in, and suddenly he goes, "Stop right there." He's like, "That's it." And he looked over at Jimmy, and he starts playing Shiva, the intro riff of Shiva, and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can we keep it?" Because they were recording at the time. I said, "Yeah, man." So that was the start of the Grace.
Very cool. Congratulations on that. Because it's hard to get tone.
Oh, yes.
And Billy, I feel like he's very picky on that. Right?
Billy he's very particular, and he'll know in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
If he likes it or not. And I'm the same way. I'm very, very particular.
Do you have a band?
I don't have enough time for a band.
I can imagine. But you play and
I'm a guitar player. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What guitar do you have?
I have, my first guitar, my Strat, and I have a 1980 Les Paul Heritage, which was their first, Gibson's first try to do a 59 reissue. Beautiful guitar. Yeah, and I love Les Paul too, so yeah. I need a Reverend. I need Billy to give me...
You need, yeah. I have the Drop C from Reverend.
Yeah.
Oregon. I love it. It's a great model. And the pickups sound amazing.
And you know what? They have a real personality to them. A lot of signature guitars. The artists don't really play. Billy plays the Reverend. I go to his studio. He's playing it. And it has a real identity and real feel to it. So, yeah, it's funny. I built his amps, but I don't have his guitars.
Yeah, you gotta get the complete here. Well, thank you so much for taking this interview, for your anxiety, and congratulations on this. Very cool.
Thank you.
Estamos aquí con el mismísimo Elías,
¿Qué tal?
gran guitar tech de Eusika. ¿Cómo estás, Elías?
Bien, la verdad súper contento, es la primera vez que me presento en esta convención, así que nada, increíble todo lo que hay para ver, nada, muy emocionado.
Oye, fuiste a la fábrica de Fender.
Estuve en la fábrica de Fender hace unos días, también una experiencia increíble. Yo tengo mucha relación con la marca, entonces me dieron la posibilidad de entrar más adentro de lo que sería un tour de turista, por así decirlo, entonces poder conocer todos esos procesos, la verdad que también es un privilegio y también muy contento de haber vivido esa experiencia.
Oye, ¿y tú cómo es trabajar como laudero hoy en día, como técnico? ¿Qué sientes cada vez con las guitarras que te entregan? ¿Qué es lo más difícil?
Mira, por un lado, a mí me encanta el poder probar todo tipo de guitarras, o sea, desde guitarras muy económicas o muy corrientes hasta guitarras ultra boutiques de miles de dólares. Y en lo personal creo que una buena guitarra, por más que sea económica, si está bien ajustada, creo que puede estar bastante decente. No es necesario como querer tener guitarras de miles y dólares para poder dar un buen show o para poder sonar bien. Entonces creo que desde ese lado yo tengo esa posibilidad de poder probar todo tipo de guitarras. Y bueno, también el descubrir de que a veces la mejor guitarra o la más cara no siempre es la mejor, no siempre es la más cómoda, la más fácil de ajustar también, como mucha gente cree, y a veces una guitarra relativamente económica puede ser muy fácil de un sonido y...
Oye, y por último, ¿podrías darnos un consejo a todos los guitarristas sobre qué es lo mínimo que tenemos que hacer en casa para mantener nuestra guitarra pues decente?
Pues en primera, lavarse bien las manos antes de tocar la guitarra. Quieran o no, pues tenemos residuos de suciedad, de sudor, de muchas cosas que terminan quedando en las cuerdas. Entonces, en primera, lavarse las manos antes de tocar. En segunda, terminando de tocar, pasarle un trapito o algo a las cuerdas para no dejar residuos de sudor o de piel o de algo, y eso va a extender un poco más lo que es la limpieza del diapasón de los trastes y la vida de las cuerdas. Entonces, principalmente con esto van a poder cuidar un poquito más el instrumento.
Lávense las manos, ¿no? Cuiden su guitarra y pues así también pues se salvan de él, ¿no?
Aparte. Sí.
Muchas gracias, Elías.
Vale.
Qué chido. Estoy aquí con Nina, que nos va a explicar cómo funciona todo esto de Eternal. Thank you, Nina. Could you explain us how does this work?
Yeah, so this is the Demon Box. It's an electronic experimental instrument that takes in electromagnetic frequency on these 33 inductors and outputs audio, MIDI, and CV. So you can control digital synthesizers, analog synthesizers, and you can use it as an instrument. Here, if you play the drill, the Demon Box is sending audio out to these pedals, kind of like a guitar or synthesizer or anything, so it's getting affected, the sound. But it's also sending MIDI data out to this synth, so it's controlling the sounds of the synth, and then you're kind of hearing a combination of that.
Can you use like any guitar pedal and get like weird noises?
Pretty much, you can use any pedal you want. You can use anything. To make sound from the Demon Box, you need anything that takes in that has electromagnetic frequency. So
very cool.
Yeah. And I think the thing that's beautiful about this instrument is that you don't have to be trained in any instrument. Like you can come and make music all you want. So yeah, anyone can use it.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nina.
Of course, it's nice to meet you.
Estamos ahora aquí con Tom de Hiwatt, quien nos va a platicar un poco sobre los pedales que traen y obviamente los amplificadores. Thank you for taking the interview, Tom. Hola, yeah, how's the Spanish?
Not good. I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine, it's fine. Tom, can you tell me a bit about the pedals you brought?
Yeah, so at the moment we're doing park pedals again. We've got a huge range of Hiwatt, so we'll kind of start at the beginning where we're at. A little brief rundown if you've got the nerds watching. I don't know if you have the nerds watching. We're the nerds. We did the Park Plus sound, so we used to work with Earthquaker devices for this, but we've decided to take this back and kind of take it to how it was in 1969. So the version and the original, there was a weird issue that all the pots were wired backwards.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of counterintuitive, but we thought we're going to do that again. So yeah, the saying less is more is a thing, because yeah, the fuzz is to the left on this one, but the fuzz sound is super swampy. It's a variation of the Tonebender Mark III.
Okay.
But I've just got a fresh batch of like 1960s Sanyo germanium transistors and squelchy.
Yeah.
It's good for the Doom guys, for the Sight guys. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Same again with the Super sound. I've got some matched new old stock transistors, and on this one, this is kind of the classic Marshall Super. But I don't know if you guys know the history of Park and Marshall, but they are the same thing. So yeah, it was kind of a weird rundown with a distribution deal. Jim Marshall had to fulfill the artist's needs. Unfortunately, a distribution deal stopped that from happening. So he created Park, and then when he got out of that deal, he just stopped making them. So Park became this rare, weird sort of thing, and we're doing all the like 1960s to late 70s amps in that. Everything's hand wired, UK made. And then the last one, this is a new one for us. So this ties in with the Hiwatt and Wem thing. So like for the Dave Gilmour fans and new players alike as well. This is a 1973 Big Muff Ram's Head. But usually you'll notice there's not three. We've got a mid scoop on this as well. So you've got a super like 50k log sort of mid scoop on that, so you can really get it to that sort of thick, sort of mid sound.
Yeah, very, very good feature.
Cool. Yeah, I mean these are all wired in my custom shop in the UK.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, we've got some cool things going on, and we're just building small batches,
Yeah.
So yeah, but we're getting really popular. So I think we're making a lot of pedals. I'm like the hermit in the workshop.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got all these as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit overwhelming. There's so many things to go through. But our like venture into pedals kind of started with the Hiwatt filter first. Like feel the weight. I think, whoa, you know.
It's pretty light.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but this one's like all hand-wired turret board, like the amps, you know. This is like, it's not just any fuzz, it's based on Grand Funk Railroad's guitarist circuit from inside it. So there's a few guys doing that, but there's also trying to find that sound as it's undocumented. We stumbled across something else. So the filter works after the fuzz, and you've got like 3 flavors of like crazy. My thing with this is it's like, I made one and I gave it to Jay Maskis from Dinosaur Jr. because it's that sound, you know, it's like, it's all Jay's amps and everything on at once. But it can be kind of dimed back as well a little. Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, and then in this range, that's like the custom shop version. Then we do a hand-wired PCB, which is a bit more kind of pedal board friendly, as you need your own pedal board for that guy.
So this is basically the same,
so this is what we call the Mark 1.5. But really it's the same kind of components in this, but yeah, due to the changes in wiring and things like that, and the components tolerance really sounds different. And then this is also the Mark II version. So even more pedal board friendly and a bit more affordable. So you kind of a custom shop level price wise, and then it gets a little bit more affordable, and then these are the one everyone can pick up for like $120, you know. Yeah, but even though it's kind of the similar circuit, transistors, and this one is silicon, but vary slightly. So you do get different things in the way the circuit interacts. Like the filter kind of has a decibel jump in this one. So this one's cool for kind of the like real sort of psych, sort of shoegaze type stuff. And then the next one in the range, we're going to be here all day. Are you still with me?
Go ahead.
Still here. Yeah. So back in the UK in the 60s, we had something called a WEM copycat tape delay. And it's like, you guys probably had the Roland Space Echo.
The Space Echo.
Yeah. So the preamp section for that's really cool as well. But the issue is these things, keeping them on the road cost a lot of money to service. The tape's getting harder to get, you know. So you need to, it's an extra cost keeping this going. So we took with a lot of engineers and artists that we work with, and we decided to take the preamp section from this, and it's a super transparent clear, you know, it's the nicest boost, if you will, because it does boost and it starts to break up, but you can also run it on 18 volts for more headroom as well.
I was going to ask you that. So
I should maybe stop talking and let you ask some questions.
It's okay, it's fine, you know this.
It's all good, but yeah, on the original there were kind of 2 gain buttons. But what we did is we put it on a variable hot resistor instead. So that's basically like treble boost, like bass boost, and then full range.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think like
treble bass and then full range.
Yeah, I feel like from your videos what you do, this would be a cool one for you to kind of dive in.
Definitely.
Yeah, we should get this on the channel at some point. We'll hook it up.
Yeah.
The next one we keep going. These ones, so like Hiwatt has a weird name thing in the past where some of it was owned in Japan. So like 50% of the trademark was owned in Japan. And they also had a tape delay. So there's actually a picture of this one. That was their version of the Space Echo and stuff. Yeah. So this preamp is very different to the WEM one, and we put it in this. So this uses Japanese transistors, which are kind of like a little bit spiky. There's quite a bit of overdrive to it as well. So this one, like you've got like 40% more drive than this, but it's also it sags a little as well. So you know, like the Tascam, like kind of preamp things, it does that vibe. It's kind of like quirky.
So yeah, this is a bit more dirty preamp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And as they're made in batches, like again, as I mentioned, like component tolerances, they kind of each one is like, you might have one, you're like, mine sounds really cool, and it's like, mine sounds really cool, but they're totally in a way kind of versatile. Again, this is the pedal board friendly version.
Oh, okay.
So this one changes. There's like 50% more drive on this one. So it kind of depends what you want, but there's so many to go through. And then rush forward in. I'm not much of a compressor guy, but we wanted to make a compressor because people need them. If you're going to be running all these fuzzers, you know, maybe you're going to need something like that at some point. So yeah, we've got a new Hiwatt compressor. and the new reverb like this. So this is absolutely sick. This is the Belton brick chip. So you get the shoegaze kind of, you know, like it almost gets delay-esque. Like so, dwell is decay.
Okay.
And yeah, you can like really swampy, watery sounds.
So you can definitely mix this too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what we should do. We should get a video and
try to mix both.
We'll fuzz it up and reverb it. Cool. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. These are all very interesting. What about just really quick, like the amps and heads? Can you tell me a bit about them?
If you've got 4 hours spare, we've been working on a lot of amps, so it's easy to kind of, people are maybe a bit like the range, what do they do? But it's easy to kind of put it into 3 categories, and this is just guitar.
Okay,
We'll do tomorrow for bass, like next week. But yeah, so guitar-wise, it kind of starts with the London and Leeds range. So all of these are our solid state amps.
Okay.
But it's not just like modern solid state. Like what we're doing is kind of harking back to vintage transistor, and we still use like an oversized transformer as well. So you can get extra headroom. It's super clean, super durable. And actually, the Super Leads, we're with a distributor now in the US, but prior to that, we just couldn't keep up with the demand for them. Like they're really taking off. The kids are kind of picking these up. It's like, what? $200? You know, it's like it's big, but it's a little lighter. And yeah, like the Doom guys really like those as well. Okay. But yeah, so you kind of run through that. The Leeds 25 is a smaller one, and we use a MOSFET sort of transistor on this one. So that little guy is like we're in the kind of $400 mark on this one, I think, for the States. But this is like, it's super light. We kind of. This is the daddy. It's small but mighty. Like this can keep up with a drummer. Oh, like yeah. So like just jam sessions and things, and it's super kind of organic and analog. You know.
Okay. So you can definitely take it live and
yeah. I've got the other guy, as I said at Hiwatt, we're all musicians, and our other colleague who's not come to this NAMM is in a Devo tribute band, and these guys just take these out, and it's like that sound, you know, it's kind of scrappy. Like, oh, it's awesome.
Very cool. So you as a musician in general, what do you think it's an underrated effect, like for guitars?
Oh wow! Besides being biased for the Hiwatt stuff, I really like. I'm a little bit of a clone guy at the minute, but I'll just talk about some like builder friends of mine. I'm good friends with the guys at Solar Sound who do color sound stuff, and they're a bit like us. Like you see these color sound tone benders everywhere, but actually, like this is 2 guys in a shed in South Yorkshire. A little bit like us, like we're little workshop guys. And they just like pretend it's the 70s and like, you know, wig out listening to Frank Zappa all day. So there's those guys, they're really good. The Bum Fuzz, then people like Seeker Effects, like Mike at Seeker's really cool. It's just a one-man operation, but like the weird market of like everyone's a pedal builder. Mike was one of the first guys in the US like he can look at a Germanian transistor and go like, oh, that's going to sound good. You know, it's like it's such an ear for it as well. So yeah, the Seeker Fuzz is really good. What else do I like? There's some guys in the UK called Zero Fret. So yeah, buddy at Zero Fret does. I'm using one of his pedals on my board, and it's a black Russian rat. So you've got like the muff rat sort of crossover and stuff. That's my main like swamp sound. Yeah, and through obviously the custom shop Hiwatt stuff, the headroom is just immense. So yeah, you kind of lead from these guys, and then we do the T series stuff and the custom shop. So it's kind of. There's a lot of products.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of simple in a way. You think like solid state, tube, but production models, and then hand wired. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the interview, Tom. I'd love to try some of the pedals and amps. And yeah, have a great NAMM.
Awesome. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Estamos aquí con Justin de Discomfort Designs. Justin, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's great to meet Justin today because you guys guys are actually one of the first brands I worked with at Gear Anxiety.
Wow, that's an honor. Thank you.
It's an honor for me as well that you sent me the Neon Black. There's the demo, el demo de Neon Black is first ones, so it's very, very special. It's first NAMM, right?
Yes, our very first NAMM, very first in-person event, so we're getting a lot of feedback, and it's been amazing so far.
It's been amazing. I've been trying these new designs. I like that they're like find wear everywhere. They're actually weird. Tell me, how did you like move through this weirder path, like more experimental path?
So it was my wife's idea to try to do something completely original. So we got a little bit into Daisy Seed, which allowed us to go digital and really just kind of explore any idea ever. So we started with Iceland Spar. It's a dual looper that does some pitch shifting, reverse playback, chopping up and random things. And then our most recent favorite is Phantom Limb. 9 randomly triggered micro loopers into a multi-mode delay.
I love that. I wanted to ask you about that. It's like a loop through the delay, right? Like the delay is the loop of what you play, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and the chance knob just kind of controls how random it's going to be, how often it's going to bring back an old memory.
That chance, okay, I like that. I like the name.
Yeah.
There's a chance it might come back.
There's a chance it might not.
It might not. Yeah, enjoy it. Well, I love it.
So that's been fun, and then brand new as of yesterday is Queasy Feels, or the full name, my ongoing battle with the Queasy Feels. Okay. It's a modulator. It can get real kind of woozy and chorusy. It can do some random mind of its own kind of things too. So that's our new thing.
The new effects, very cool. I still need to try Young Star. What is the Young Star?
That is a prototype. So it's a giant reverb with a pitch shifter in front of it. The pitches can be bent around a little bit. It's kind of some of the pitches can be bent while on to different intervals, so you get some weird dissonance or some weird harmonies. And it's a prototype, so it's brand new. You'll be like the 12th person to ever play it. So I'm excited to hear what you say.
Yes, I will. And just one last question: if someone came to your booth and they can only try one pedal to, get the idea of Discomfort Designs, which one would you tell him or her to try?
Please start with Phantom Limb, because it's got a mind of its own. It's like a weird little friend, and it's a good place to start.
It's a good place to start. Awesome. I see you have Reverends with you. To have you try them?
Yes.
Do you like them?
Oh my goodness, yeah. They gave us amazing guitars to work with, and we're loving every minute of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Awesome meeting you. Yeah. And I will go ahead and try the Young Star.
Yes. Please enjoy.
Estamos aquí con Kriz de Stylophone. How are you, Kriz?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you for taking this interview for Gear Anxiety. So I'm very fascinated by this theremin. Yeah. Can you tell me a bit what inspired you to do this kind of instrument?
It's just a nice, easy thing for people to get to grips with. It's something you can just really quickly play around with. Anybody can have a go. Just sort of, just wave your hand around it and see what happens. And it's got a nice built-in delay, which gives it a bit of extra sort of sound. It's just like the kind of spacey sort of, it's like space rock, that kind of thing. Yeah,
it is kind of spacey. Do you like any new bands that apply theremin in their music?
Yeah, I was speaking to someone yesterday. I can't remember the name, unfortunately, but he likes to run it through lots and lots of guitar effects pedals and uses it on stage, and so it has a big presence, and people can really get, they can see there's a good visual sort of style to it. And he's like rocking out and pushing it into the audience and stuff. So yeah, it's
very interactive, right?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
So you also have I know this one is for.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, how does it work?
So it's a little sampler, so it's got a built-in microphone, or you can plug things into the auxiliary input and you can sample very, very quickly into 3 different slots, and then you can record your playing as well on the stylus. Okay. So yeah, if you recorded your voice, you can pitch up and down, record several layers onto the different patterns. So yeah, and then add effects on top as well.
Okay, very cool. Well, thank you so much, Kriz.
Thanks very much.
Aquí en Kirling Cables con Joshua, aquí en el NAMM presentes. How are you, Joshua?
Good, I'm good.
It's great to see you again at NAMM. How is NAMM starting for you?
It's been busy. Yeah.
You tell me a bit about the USB cable patches you're introducing this year. Yeah.
like these have been really popular for us. So it's USB-C to XLR, and then we also have it to 1/4 inch, and we also have it to RCA. So you can hook it up from your phone, MacBook, whatever you want to do, and it looks
I think it's very practical. I'm using it a lot.
Yeah,
because you always need a cable, right?
Yeah, anybody with a backing track on their phone or something like that, they always use it. So
To like any console, or you don't need an interface because that's sometimes like the challenge, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any other cable that you think it's like always necessary to have?
I mean, everybody needs a coil cable. I feel like everybody at least should have one. Should at least have one. So like, we have them in white. We got them in all kinds of different gauges. So yeah, our coil cables are really popular. Yeah.
Do you think the sound does change between cables?
Yeah, with between certain qualities and everything like that, depending on the build of the cable. Depending on the build of the cable. We have cables that use just oxygen-free copper. We have cables that use silver plating on the inside. So yeah, it just depends on the cable.
Okay. Which one would you recommend better, like for guitarists?
Anything. The most popular one for our musicians right now are the Stage Series cables. These ones right here. It's a good all-purpose cable. Okay. Yeah, very good all-purpose cable. Very durable, very tough. It's got a PVC jacket on it. This one's good for anything.
Like for tough touring musicians.
Anything like that, or even recording, it still sounds great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it helps protect the quality of the sound. You don't get like any.
You're gonna have it forever.
Okay.
That one lasts.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, a lot of our cables come with a lifetime warranty anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually awesome. Well, thank you, Joshua. What are you expecting from NAMM this year?
Just a lot of people, a lot of musicians. Yeah.
Are you ready to talk about?
Yes, I'm saying the same thing to a bunch of people every day.
Well, thank you so much for taking this small interview in Your Anxiety. Supported. Ustedes saben que usamos los cables Kirlin para todos nuestros videos, so thank you so much for being part of the mission here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joshua. Vamos a hacer una pequeña entrevista para ver cómo funciona esta música con los hongos. Hi, my name is Anna. Thank you for taking this interview. Can you explain to me a bit how does this work?
Sure. We're taking organisms and using changes in their electrical activity to make note and rhythm changes on synthesizers. And so here we're plotting out electrical resistance, and you can see that if I touch the plant like that, we get these spikes in electrical activity, and so we're turning those into music.
Nice. I love plants. I love that they actually react to this and have their own energy. I see you use mushrooms as well. How does it react different to like this planted mushroom? Is it really different?
Honestly, every organism is quite different. These mushrooms are very happy because we're keeping them happy in these blocks. So they're eating food and they've got lots of water. So they're very active. This plant is a bamboo and it's not super happy at the moment. So he's not doing anything. So it changes quite a bit. Yeah.
Love it. Have you ever tried with like psychedelic mushrooms?
Like on psychedelic mushrooms?
Yeah, like this.
Like me or?
No, like the pocket.
Yes to both.
Yes to both. Do they react like very different?
No, because mushrooms don't get high on their own supply. Mushrooms, psilocybin is just one molecule inside of a mushroom. It doesn't affect the mushroom, it affects us.
Okay. Can't imagine.
So really we should plug into a human and then give
and
it...
see how it reacts.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, that would be interesting. That would be a cool experiment. Yeah. Can I listen to this a bit? Thank you. Vamos a escuchar a las plantas un poquito.
I would love to hear a little presentation. I love this concept. It's a great idea. Yeah.
Se escucha como el mar, como si fueran olas del mar. Se escucha como si fuera el mar. Está muy cool.
Whatever you want to say. My tip at the end, you mentioned maybe
está bien bonito.
your product or what you offer or what you...
Se escucha como si fueran como la playa. Qué loco que las plantas como que.
Otherwise, you're free to go.
A ver, lo va a tocar. Órale. It's very cool. Thank you. Estamos aquí en Bond Audio con Justin, que nos va a platicar un poco sobre lo que traen este año Justin, thank you for taking this interview for Gear Anxiety.
No hablas español, but I'll do it in English.
Okay, it'll be in English. Can you tell me about this beautiful Airwave from Supro?
Yeah, so we are premiering the final version of the Airwave this year for NAMM 2026. We had the prototype here last year. We're getting feedback from a lot of different artists and friends of the brand. So this is the final version, and we can't keep it in stock. The idea of the Airwave is that it is the Supro Class A all-tube formula, but you have the option to use the onboard cabinet simulation that's powered by 2 notes, which kind of allows you to take a line out of the amp and record direct through the 2 notes torpedo suite. And it's in terms of a writing tool and your ability to kind of change guitar tones and edit guitar tones in this very fast workflow, it's just unbelievable, but without sacrificing the analog, saturation of real tubes and a real Class A design.
Oh, that's actually very cool. Can you also connect it live, also direct from the amp?
Correct. So you can connect it to your computer via USB-C cable or with your phone via Bluetooth.
Oh.
And we, through the process of which took almost 2 years, we took impulse responses of 18 different Supro cabinets, from dating from vintage 1x8s to the same cabinet that Jimmy Page used on Led Zeppelin 1 to all the modern Supros that people love. So, or you can even load in whatever IR you want from the 2 notes ecosystem. So it was a huge project, and people are just really, really excited about it. So at-home producers or pedal enthusiasts or anyone who wants to kind of get creative with their guitar tone, this is a really cool hybrid approach that you probably haven't seen before.
Very cool. So I see you have a preset option.
Correct. So baked into the amp, you have 2 banks of 6 presets, your vintage cabinets, and then your modern cabinets. Okay. And you can, we worked really hard on the presets that are on there, and a lot of people just stick with those, but you can also edit them, resave them, bring in your own presets. But that way you don't even have to use the software. They're already baked into the amp. So if you're in a gigging situation and you don't feel like pulling out your phone and you just know, okay, these are the settings I really like, they're there.
Okay, nice. Very cool. Is it heavy?
For a strong man like me, yes. No.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking
it's got weight to it, but that's the thing. It's a real analog amp. It's not a digital amp where everything is modeled or it's got a lot of tubes and hardware in there, and that's what really gives it the magic.
I think it's ideal to get a great tone for recording, right? It's ideal for
absolutely.
that.
Or if you're on stage and you don't want to have to worry about miking an amp, and you just want to go.
That was what I was wondering. If it's you can just plug it in and.
Exactly. So if you're at a venue and you kind of want that convenience of you would going through a 4-module or something, but you still want a tube amp, you can actually have the onboard speaker on. And then you can we have the captured version of the onboards. We basically have a captured version of the BD12 speaker. You can run that to front of house and actually run both at the same time. This can give you the stage volume and air on the stage, and then you can have a very controlled signal to your front of house.
So you can use it as a monitor and front of house.
Yeah, there's a million creative ways. I mean, we have barely even scratched the surface of the creative ways you can deploy it. But I think for me personally, in the studio, I kind of park mine in the studio, and that's just what
Do you have a band?
I don't have a band, but I am a jazz guitar player, and I play around the city and do a lot of the demo work for D'Angelico and Supro. Okay. So they keep me busy over here.
They keep you busy. What has been your favorite Supro so far?
In terms of some of the classic Supro designs, I love the Montauk, which is right here.
Okay.
It's a 15-watt 1x10, and it's a great amp if you're playing a small club or a little restaurant gig. You can set it to break up. You can set it for a clean tone, but you're still really playing tubes, and it's easy to bring around. But I love all of them. I mean, I do.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for taking this interview for Gear Anxiety.
Of course, my pleasure. Thank you guys.
de Donner, que ha sido una marca que ha innovado muchísimo, y pues vamos a ver qué traen recientemente. Thank you for taking this interview with me. Can you tell me a bit about the new products you have here at NAMM?
Yeah. For this year, we have 2 new pedals for NAMM, and this 2 new pedal is about our artist signature pedal. The first one is Double Saw. Double Saw is the one we collaborated with Miyavi.
Okay.
And we have 2 versions, the blue version and red version. The blue version is have the effect reverb, delay, and chorus. And this one is more like most of the musicians they can use. And this one is the wet one. The wet one is have booster, fuzz, and overdrive. This is more like Miyavi's signature tone.
Okay.
You can use this pedal to make his tone.
Okay.
Yeah, and the design on the pedal is very similar to Miyavi's style because he has many tattoos on his body, and the tattoo style is very similar to this style.
Okay.
Yes, you can see. You can take a look at this. Yeah, this is the guitar, the guitar pedal. Then let me introduce another one. So for this one is we collaborate with guitarist Ruben Wan, and we also have 2 versions. The first version is distortion, and this version is chorus. So you can see we have very special design. It's about Panda, because Panda is Ruben's favorite thing.
Okay.
So he want to put the Panda on his signature pedal. And the special point of this product is that we come with the boss. We have the fat wrap. This is a Panda fat wrap on the guitar neck.
Okay.
Yes, and we also have a connectable card. It's about the pedal. Yes, and also inside the box we have some sticker. Yeah, like this Panda sticker. You can see this is the pedal. You can stick the stickers on the pedal. You can customize by yourself. And this is our 2 new pedals.